Alrighty, we got some 4-on-4 action here. Passing to the dog, Sandydog himself. Well, I gotta take Seasoned Engineer. I mean, that was the pick regardless, but because I think it's better than Fable, Mana Leak, or Pest Infestation, which are the only competitors. But passing to Sandydog, yeah, I've gotta take Dungeoneer because he doesn't always draft red-white, but he drafts red-white like, I don't know, 70% of the time. Maybe that's undershooting. It depends on the season. And I think Sandy's most likely going to take Fable here next, which leaves Broccoli Rob, great name, a Mana Leak most likely, potentially a Pest Infestation. But yeah, we're taking Seasoned Engineer, and it doesn't mean I have to draft white aggro, but Dungeoneer is just a great card. It is better in white aggro, of course, than most decks, but you can play it in like white-blue deck, or... Gotta take Felia now. Wow, this is kind of a nice pack. Volcanic and Tundra and Watery Grave and Teferi and Ancient Tomb, all great cards. Felia Exuberant Shepherd is a fantastic card. I think one of the top couple cards in the pack. I would say Felia, Teferi, and then the dual lands and Ancient Tomb are all kind of in the same tier. Maybe Felia, if anything, Felia is the best of those. But certainly after first picking Dungeoneer and passing to the dog, can't pass him a dog, This pack's a little less enticing. There's a Raugrin Triumph, which is kind of nice. I like getting a red-white land that also is blue in case I end up going like white-blue. Just getting white plus two of the colors I'm most likely to play with white makes sense because green and black I think are the two least likely colors. So I've kind of talked myself into Raugrin Triumph here. Chain Lightning is good, but even if I was red-white, I would still take Raugrin Triumph over Chain Lightning, so clearly I should start there because this also goes in blue-white decks. There's also like Ponder, Night Scythe, Fatal Push. I mean, Night Scythe with Felia is pretty nice. That is true, but I think I just like taking Raugrin Triumph. I really like kind of having something to build your mana base around, and that's part of why I like the dual land so much, like Tundra or Volcanic. I think taking Raugrin Triumph here is a lot safer. Night Scythe is a little more replaceable. Honestly, I'm probably just going to take Chaos Defiler here. It's that or like Emperor of Bones. I'm not taking Ursine Monstrosity. Oh, a commentator on one of my videos recently did point out to me, you can't attack Planeswalkers with this card. My opponent had it, Folero, who's actually in this draft, I think. No, not actually. But, and didn't attack my Planeswalker with Ursine Monstrosity, but you actually can't do that. There's Mishra's Workshop. Like, looking at the best cards, like Torsten, Relic, Emperor Bones, Mishra's Workshop, Chaos Defiler, Echo Viance. I think Chaos Defiler is really good. It goes well with Fable. It's not like my preference to be taking this here, but now I'll just take a Pyrogoyf and maybe I'll be Mardu. Pyrogoyf is also awesome with Felia, as is Chaos Defiler. Okay. Passing an LED, a Mystic Confluence, a Troll of Khazad-dûm, but definitely taking Pyrogoyf, especially if Sandy did take the Fable. This is a pretty great way to kind of cut that off. Okay. So, Savai Triumph time. Here, there's Thraben Inspector, Caustic Bronco. I'm not taking Carnage Interpreter. The card has its moments, but I generally don't think you should be taking it too early. There's Blazemire Verge, on the verge of taking it. So there's like the safe pick, which is just taking Thraben Inspector. That card I think is the most likely, like I'm just 100% to play that from this position, unless somehow white got completely cut and ended up straight red-black. I could take Caustic Bronco, which I think is a pretty good card, or I could take a land. I think I'm going to go with the Bronco. Black-white, here we go. Now there's a Shadowy Backstreet, but I think I'll just take Council's Judgment. Look, basically the way I feel about Thraben Inspector is if I don't end up playing Bronco, missing a Thraben Inspector is not the end of the world, but if I do end up playing Bronco, it's quite a bit better than Thraben Inspector. So I'm going to take Council's Judgment here, and here, wow, it's close. There's Simian Spirit Guide and Kitesail Freebooter. I like the Freebooter a lot. If I end up Black-White Disruption, Freebooter is pretty nice, splashing maybe Pyrogoyf and Chaos Defiler. But Simian Spirit Guide Seasoned Engineer is incredible. Just casting this card a turn early is awesome. Accelerating out any of these. I kind of think I just want Spirit Guide because I also feel like I'm still pretty close to just going into red-white. Now I think I'll just take Fabled Passage. Shield's Edict is fine. I do have Council's Judgment though. I have Pyrogoyf, I have Chaos Defiler, so I have some good interaction. And I might need the fixing. Here, we passed a late Chain of Smog. I could take red-blue Talisman, Ether Spellbomb. Hate the Sedmore Witch. I don't even think that's a good combo, though. I'll just take the Talisman here. And then now, I think I take red-white Talisman. That actually looks like something I might play. I've got some good high drops. Pass a late Shallow Grave, I suppose. And then here, I'm just going to cut a Torsten. Torsten's just too good. And I don't think I'm that likely to play Phantasmal Image or Dress Down. Okay. It feels like, I wonder if Salvado is cutting white because he knows I'm passing to Sandy. It just so happened I opened Engineer and got Ophelia. Oh, Enduring Innocence actually looks pretty nice. All right. Maybe it doesn't seem that likely that white's getting super cut. Oh, and I got Thraben back. Yeah, all right. So that's not what's happening. There just was a lull of white cards in those packs, which was fine. This is actually a pretty great pack one because I've got Dungeoneer and Pyrogoyf as just like really good cards, and Felia too. No, Tribal Flames isn't a 0 here actually. And I've got Inroads into black. We'll see kind of how this pack goes. Badly to start with because the best card in the pack is Atroxa, and I really don't want to take it. I could just take Shieldred. It's kind of a nice aggressive card, and then maybe I splash red because I have I'd have Caustic Bronco and Shieldred as cheap or as black cards plus half of Chaos Defiler, and then my only red card is Pyrogoyf plus again half of Chaos Defiler. There's alternately. The problem is taking like Anointed Peacekeeper, Winds of Abandon, Raucous Theater. These are just too weak. I'm just going to take the Shieldred. Again, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. Shinobi the other direction. A lot of blue cards in this pack. I think I'm just going to take Skull Clamp. There's just no, like, Leyline Binding's not a card I really want here. Skull Clamp is pretty nice with Enduring Innocence, and the cards that are good with Enduring Innocence are also typically good with Skull Clamp, so yeah, let's just go Clamp here. Oh, definitely into Solitude. Solitude's amazing. Passing up on City of Traders, Jetmir's Garden, I guess Zeotro's Proving Ground, Samwise and Glimmerlands. I'd hope to get one of those back, but I'm just going to take Solitude here. Solitude Skull Clamp is such a good combo, not because you ever equip the Clamp to Solitude or anything, but because when you're spending mana to draw cards, free spells are a great way to convert that into a very good advantage. So imagine you spend 3 or 4 mana on Skull Clamp to clamp a couple things. Well, now you have a bunch of cards in hand, but you haven't been developing the board. Solitude, there we go. Skull Clamp, Ocelot Pride. All right, well, we bullied Sandy out of white. He's probably still playing red, and I'm really happy to take Ocelot Pride here. It feels like white's open from both directions. So what I'm going to end up getting to choose is kind of which of these like black and red cards I want to play. Pretty sure I'm going to have Pyrogoyf in my deck no matter what. I have a red-white land, a Fabled Passage, a Talisman, and a Spirit Guide, and Pyrogoyf's awesome. Shieldred, Caustic Bronco, even Chaos Defiler. I'm not sure. I wasn't thrilled to first pick Shieldred for that reason, but I've got some good options here, and white, it seems like it's open from both directions, which is a good place to be. White's a fantastic color in Cube, and so I like where I'm at. Still some questions to be answered during the deck building process or the drafting process, like what lands am I going to get? I have a mediocre start on lands right now. I don't think I've seen a single fetch land. I saw a bunch of duels. I don't even recall seeing a fetch land yet, which is kind of funny. See, look, and then this pack has like Lingering Souls, Luminarch, Lightning Bolt, Giver of Runes. Lingering Souls with Enduring Innocence and Skull Clamp sounds pretty incredible, and with Caustic Bronco. So even though this card sometimes wields, I think I'm going to take it, because let's say I took Giver of Runes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could wield, but honestly, Lingering Souls is just, it's just an A+ with Skull Clamp. Very strong with Enduring Innocence. Just a good card in general. Here there's Flicker Wisp and Dark Confidant and Vindicate, and Collective Brutality, I guess. The black cards are all the same in the sense that, like, well, they're black cards. Even Vindicate is just straight up a black card, because I know I'm playing white 100%. I think I take Flicker Wisp. It's pretty nice with Innocence. You know, it's good in a Ophelia deck, bouncing Thraben Inspector, Pyrogoyf, all that stuff. And it just further pushes off the committing to black or whatever, black or red. Oh, this is another tough pick, because now there's Blood Crypt, which would help play the black and white cards. I guess I'm going to have black mana in my deck no matter what. And there's Jacked Rabbit and Lelia and Flage. There's a lot of cards I want in this pack. I kind of think I just take the Blood Crypt, though. I want to play Pyrogoyf and I want to flashback Lingering Souls, so let's just try to make that a little more possible. And now there's Figure of Destiny versus Concealed Courtyard. Oh, that's another tough one. Figure of Destiny is pretty nice. I think I just got to take Figure. It's just the best one-drop after Ocelot Pride, which I already have. Look, Winds and Peacekeeper both wield. White is clearly open. I kind of think I want Winds of Abandon here. I know I typically don't like that card that much, but I haven't picked up any removal since the Pyrogoyf and Council's Judgment. Having like one Winds in your deck is just awesome. Okay, and I know Peacekeeper's fine, but I already have a bunch of 3-drops, so yeah, this seems pretty good. Shieldred Skullclamp, kind of a combo. I don't know that I'm even going to be playing the Shieldred. I might, depending on how my mana ends up. I like the Blood Crypt pick. It was tough, but I think white is open enough that I'm going to get enough cards no matter what, that I would rather kind of make it likely that I can put Pyrogoyf, Chaos Defiler, these some really strong cards in my deck, Flashback, Lingering Souls, all that. Here, kind of a crapshoot. I'm just not playing any of these cards, so I guess I'll hate a Shaldock Isle. I don't really know. City of Traders wield, so did Glimmerlens. I'm going to take one of those two. I do like Glimmerlens with this many ones and a Flickerwisp. I just think Glimmerlens is awesome. I also feel like the fact that Lauren came back, nice. The fact that I have Solitude and Spirit Guide, I've got a couple things that help when I'm on the draw, so I'm okay not taking City of Traders. It's really only good with Seasoned Engineer, is the other thing. It's okay with Skullclamp, but with Skullclamp, I wield the Giver anyway. That was the card I was going to take over Lingering Souls. All right. Yeah, white is open. I think Grist is typically stronger than Nissa. A little easier to play generally. All right. But I just think that Skullclamp City of Traders isn't exactly a combo, and now I just need a Mox. Any Moxes? No. All right, Sacred Foundry, that is. I'm not taking Wheel of Fortune. Not hating a Manifold Key. I haven't opened the best packs. I like my deck, though. But anyway, Skullclamp, to keep going back to this, you want to hit your land drops turn after turn, and City of Traders gives you a burst, but Skullclamp's more about a long, continuous advantage, so really not a City of Traders deck anyway. All right, well, you know what? Sacred Foundry is great for me, so I will just take that. Eesh. I guess I'll take Deep Cavern Bat here. It's good interaction. Want more fixing, but I think at this point I'm pretty locked into playing a couple decent black cards, so I will be taking more fixing if I can find it. Right now I'm at 18 lands plus Simian Spirit Guide, so I've got a little room. Talisman is also not a given that I have to play it, though I don't mind it. I mean, I like that I've got 1.5 red cards, and I'm not looking to add too many more. And I've got like 3.5 black cards. Shieldred is double black, so I'll have to kind of reconcile that. But, you know, Deep Cavern Bat, it's not double black, but you kind of need a double black mana base in order for Bat to be really good in your deck. Same with Caustic Bronco. These cards lose a lot of effectiveness if you don't play them on, like, you know, turns 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. I mean, they're still good later. Bat especially is still fine on like turn 5, but you do want to be able to play these cards early. All right, well, passing Sandy a Hull Breacher and just taking an Arid Mesa, that's the kind of answer to all my problems here. Passing a Nadu as well. Yeah, I mean, nothing I really want to play. I could hate Hull Breacher. I just did open Wheel of Fortune, I guess, but I don't know. That's hit or miss, and I think Arid Mesa looks pretty excellent here. Oof, this is the reward for being in the open colors. There's Mother of Runes, Skyclave, Adeline. Well, not really name sticker for me. Othari. As long as Spell Pierce, it's a good card. I'm going to take Mother of Runes. If Othari wheels, great. If it doesn't, fine too. Mother of Runes is just a busted card. I mean, I'm going to get some white card back, and I think Mother of Runes is the one I wanted the most. Oh, I have so many 1-drops. That's awesome. Another way to not get too far behind is just to play cards on turn 1, starting on turn 1 every game. And here, Pre-War Formalware or Sarah Paragon? I don't have any zeros for Paragon. It's always nice to have a cheeky little bauble or something. Pre-War Formalware, getting back Flickerwisp is sick, because you Pre-War Formalware, get back Flickerwisp, flicker the Formalware, get back something else. Getting back Lauren is good. Enduring Innocence doesn't go to the graveyard that often. And the 2s are also fine to get back. It's also good with Felia. Yeah, let's just go with Formalware. I don't always get to take this card, but this is the spot, I think, where I think it's pretty good. Here there's Flame Slash, Headliner Scarlet, and Passageway Seer. I'm going to take Headliner Scarlet. This deck's not the highest on interaction. Headliner Scarlet kind of counts because it just removes all their blockers. Passing a Subtlety and a Miscalc, but Headliner looks great. I think I'm going to cut the Shieldred for now. We'll see, though. Oh, Lotus Petal, Savai Triumph, Fire Covenant. A little Lurrus, I guess. Not even like the worst Lurrus deck to just play, but this is close. Because, I mean, Savai Triumph's obviously kind of nice, but I have a couple tap lands already. I'm feeling like my mana's pretty decent. Lotus Petal is a strong card, but I don't really want to Lotus Petal out like a Glimmer Lens or a Deep Cavern Bat very much. I could just take Fire Covenant, but I'm already going to be cutting a card, and I have Winds of Abandon. I'm just going to take the Savai Triumph. I think that's good. I don't know. That's close. I have a lot of 1-drops. It does make tap lands worse. But I can also just go turn on 1-drop, turn 2, 1-drop tap land. And I would like to get to play my cards. Yeah, now I get to play take the Shrine. Perfect. Sorry, Cathar Commando. I have a Lauren anyway. Okay. Part of it, too, is like, look, I'm already at 16 lands plus a Spirit Guide and a Talisman. I think I'm just going to cut the Talisman. My mana got good enough. At this point, if I take a spell, I'm just cutting a spell. Or if I take a land, I'm just getting a better mana base. Exercise is a pretty nice sideboard card. I do like Crater Maker Skull Clamp. You equip Clamp on this and then toss it at something. But I think I'll just take the Exercise. And here, I don't really even want Endotha Triumph. I'm just going to hate the Lindul's Vault. That card's so sick if this is what if you're going for a blue-black combo. So, and I don't need another half-on color Triumph. I already have Raugran doing that. So I've got 3 really good untapped duels. Oh, 4 really good untapped duels. I actually have the whole... They're all shock lands, but the whole triumvirate. And a couple tap duels. Yeah, I mean, my mana looks pretty good. This is 17 lands plus Simian Spirit Guide at the moment, which I think is pretty reasonable. Blackcleave Glyphs? Perfect mana? I mean, no one took Nadu or Doomsday or him, so the question is, do I want Ghostfire Slice? I'm not like the biggest Ghostfire Slice enjoyer, but honestly, I don't need the Blackcleave Cliffs. There's some matchups where it'd be great. Oh, look, Skyclave and Adeline both wield. Ooh, this is close. I kind of think I take Skyclave, because Skyclave with Flickerwisp and Loran and Felia can be so disgusting. It's also Portable Hole, but I think I'm good to take Skyclave. Adeline's also really good with Skull Clamp, so that's not an easy decision. If no one took Cauldron, no one wants Cauldron. Well, I'm not passing a super late subtlety. Oh, Virtue as well. That's another token. I just think Skyclave's going to be better here, but no, that's a close one. All right. I mean, I think we basically have this build. I'm going to cut Ghostfire Slice. So Ghostfire Slice, I think, is a card you could side in. First of all, it's just generically fine if there's ever a matchup where, I feel like I have a bad card I want to side out. It's also particularly good against gold cards, right? Because it's good against, if they have multicolored permanents. So if I play against, like, a red-green deck that has a couple different gold permanents, Mawloc, Minsc and Boo, that sort of thing, I'm a little more inclined to board this in because it's a pretty good answer. I do need to cut one more card because I'm at 16 plus Spirit Guide, and this definitely seems like a 17 land deck. It's got a lot of gas. Honestly, it could be the Thraben Inspector, the one I barely took. What's it good with? It's good with Glimmerland just because any one into 2 isn't bad. It's good with Felia, and it's good with Flickerwisp. Those are some real things. I could cut the Caustic Bronco. Let me see what my mana base looks like. Assuming that I do end up, let's see. If I have one mountain, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. It's actually plenty. One swamp is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources. So probably want one more. I could probably cut Caustic Bronco. And then I could play the rest plains. And then I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 white. I mean, it's probably about right. Every card in my deck is white except for 4. So, yeah. And do I want the Raugran Triumph? Is there any chance I'd want to cut a red-white tap land? I don't think so, because the fact that it's cycling is also kind of nice. I feel like I can line up. Because I really only have 2 full tap lands, Raugran Triumph and Savai Triumph. Because Fabled Passage is like a half tap land, because if you have enough lands, you can just sequence it to not be tapped. And then, of course, the rest are just straight up untapped lands. So I think I can afford the Raugran Triumph. I feel pretty good about not playing Shieldred. Nice first pick. Talisman, Caustic Bronco, Ghostfire Slice, any of those things. I've got some good removal to board in. All right. Looks like a pretty solid deck. Honestly, I think it's totally fine. If Shieldred was going to be really good, I would board in a couple swamps, I guess. So I'll do that. Yeah, let's get it done. My teammates have some nice ones too. Quinn has Pearl, Jet Academy, Remand, Memory Lapse, Strix, Basalt Monolith, Coalition Relic, Gadgeteer, Displacer Kitten, Tezzeret, Ballista, Cannoneer, Coveted Jewel. Really nice little Academy deck. Broccoli Rob, this is Jacob's deck, is like really good mana with Tri-land, fetch land, Library of Alexandria, Ancestral, and then a bunch of value cards, Bowmasters, Path, Fairy Mastermind, Miscalc, Counterspell, Snapcaster, White Plume, Snuff Out. Really good stuff. Splashing, like Urtai and Aragorn and stuff, and Psychic Frog too. Just a really good control deck. Though I think I'm going to tell him to cut the Echo Vions. It's just, without LED, I don't like that card that much. And then Broccoli Rob has a Gleemox Time Vault deck with Flash, World Spine. Also, he's going to be playing this Vaultborn that's in the sideboard. Ponder, Spell Pierce, Brainstorm. Yeah, these decks look awesome. I probably have the worst deck on the team. But you know what? Let's battle and see if we can get some dubs. Alrighty, time for round one. Playing against Salvado on the draw here. I will keep this hand. It's the tap land on the draw is not the ideal scenario, but turn 2 Deep Cavern Bat into turn 3, maybe Thraben, crack a clue, but hopefully just Enduring Innocence is decent. Turn 1 Mana Dork, okay. That could end up going poorly for me. Let's see. It kind of depends what Salvado plays this turn. If he's 3 mana, so he gets to play like an Ursine Monstrosity, things could get like a little bit hairy. So it's a bear after all. But if not, I'll just go Deep Cavern Bat, hopefully whatever, take his next play. And then if I draw planes, I can play Council's Judgment or maybe Enduring Innocence, because I've got a pretty good hand for grinding here. I just need to not die super quickly. Crucible of Worlds. Okay, that's a little scary. I really hope I don't see a Wasteland. I see Natural Order, Fast Bond. Oh, interesting. So if I take Natural Order, next turn he can go Fast Bond, Sylvan Safekeeper, and just go off. I think I just take the Fast Bond here, because with Crucible. And then if Salvado doesn't draw a land here, then he can't cast Natural Order. And with a Troxa in hand, and that's probably the best Natural Order target. Maybe Nadu. Okay. Hopefully this Council's Judgment can do something here. The reason I took Fast Bond is I didn't really want him drawing a fetch land and just doing that instead. So if this is Nadu, then I get to slam Council's Judgment. If it's like Woodfall Primus, that's a little more annoying, but that at least doesn't kill me like right away. So let's see. This seems like a tough decision for Luis here, but Luises are good in clutch situations. Whoa, what just happened there? So what I think the debate most likely is Nadu to set up the next turn, really good play, versus Woodfall Primus or something like that. Oh, Titania? Yeah, well, we're not doing that either. I'm sorry. Titania's out. Send for 1. Crucible Fetch is still pretty good, but Salvado doesn't even have the fetch land, and Fast Bond does cut that off. He's got some cool stuff going on here. Next turn, next turn I get to play Ocelot Pride. Oh, look at this. He's going to get to sack a land and replay it. Untapped lands for everyone. Does he have a 3-drop? Did he draw Nadu? Oh, do Tireless Tracker? That's a pretty sick draw. Oh, so is that. Okay, well, the Ocelot Pride will have to wait. So I can't Tireless Tracker Apparition the Tireless Tracker, but I can hit the Crucible. So I will. Because if I hit the Tireless Tracker, he just Sylvan Safekeepers. Now he's at least just got to draw lands honestly, which he still could. He's drawn pretty nicely so far. Land for Natural Order into Tireless Tracker isn't bad, so I kind of expect a land here, but we'll see. Elves of Deep Shadow. Okay, never mind. He did actually miss. And no attacks even. So let's see. Plains would be a really excellent draw, because now let's just... Is there a reason, let's say, 5, 6, 7? I could Enduring Innocence and draw, so this is actually kind of interesting. I'm almost assuredly playing Ocelot Pride, because it's going to trigger off the Deep Cavern Bat. So if I play Enduring Innocence, Ocelot Pride, I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I make 2 tokens. Then I make a token. Then I make another token. Or I could play Glimmer Lens and get an extra 2/2. I guess I'd rather get the card. So let's go Enduring Innocence, Ocelot Pride, draw a card. Oh, Winds of Abandon is going to be great in this matchup. Not necessarily right now, but great in general. Do I want to attack with Skyclave? trade for Tireless Tracker or Safekeeper plus Elves of Deep Shadow. I think that's probably fine. I don't mind giving Salvado a 3/3 here. Okay, and pass the turn. Make some tokens. Next turn, I'm going to make a lot of tokens. He does not have a lot of time here. Like, even drawing land here for Tireless Tracker does not put Luis in a particular really good situation. So, I feel pretty good about this. Obviously, he could, like, show and tell Atraxa. But honestly, Winds of Abandon goes a long way, even if that happens. Kaya's Cradle? Okay. That was a pretty good draw. He's actually very close to Atraxa mana now. Doesn't have white, which is nice, but Cradle was got to be near the top of the list of things he could have drawn. So now, I guess what I want to do is probably just Glimmer Lens and Thraben, but we'll see. I want to save the Winds of Abandon for after Atraxa hits. Oh, Seasoned Engineer is also a pretty nice one. I don't have any of the types. I don't have Cleric, Rogue, Wizard, or Warrior here. So playing it this turn and attacking isn't necessarily right. But I think I'm going to play it this turn, and I think I'm just going to attack for 1 with the Deep Cavern Bat here. Hope he hasn't drawn any flyers, or, well, flash creatures. I guess I hated the subtlety. He could have like a removal spell here. It doesn't seem that likely. Okay, let's go Seasoned Engineer. Okay, he didn't draw a counterspell. Because this also guarantees I hit a land drop, and next turn it gets me pretty close to just winning. Then I go Plains. Then I think I play Glimmer Lens, because that will also get me an extra rebel from the Ocelot Pride. And now, next turn I can just wins and attack with everything, most likely. Did Salvado find a white source? Wasteland, okay. So he's got that plus Crucible, just to be aware. Crack the Clue. Probably can't play Atraxa this turn without like a Lotus of some kind, or Petal or whatever. Delighted Halfling, so it's coming next turn. Zernan Orb. Okay. So let's go Forge here. I think just on the Dungeoneer. I feel like that makes sense. Let's see. All right. Yeah, let's go Forge. Let's put the counters on Dungeoneer, because that's the one that's just going to be unblockable always. And now, if I Winds of Abandoned, I attack for 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, maybe 16, 20. So he has to sack a bunch of lands too. He does get 4 lands back, but if I don't Winds, well, yeah, no, it does make some more attacks. So let's just overload Winds here. I think that seems fine. I'm going to play this on tap. No reason to get dazed or something. And then he gets to get a bunch of lands. But the thing is, it also makes the Cradle not tap for a bunch of mana, so it doesn't even actually add a bunch of mana to Salvado's options, and he has to sacrifice 3 lands here. So yeah, we got it done. All right, and playing against that deck, do I want exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature of power? Yeah, this hits a bunch of different stuff. I guess I do want that. I could probably trim the Thraben Inspector. Loren hits Crucible or Fast Spawn, which is nice. Wasteland is annoying, but you know, it kind of makes me want to just take out Ragran Triumph for a Plains here. I just feel like a tapped land is so much worse against Wasteland. And I don't think Ghostfire Slice is it. All right. I mean, I guess it does kill Nadu, which he might not have, because he has... We passed it pretty late. He does have Safekeeper, Crucible, Zern, or Titania all make sense even without Nadu. So I think this is good. Maybe I want to put in Shieldred. The only thing is Shieldred seems nice, but against Wasteland is kind of bad. So let's go this way. Oh, hello, Giant Plains. Okay. Well, you know, whenever you want to go. I can't really see my hand. Let's see. Can I... Is there a way I can do this? Okay, so now it's Chaos Defiler, Council's Judgment, Ocelot Pride. Here, hold on. Okay, there we go. No, this is not a keep, unfortunately. This is, I'm going to keep this. Yeah, Wasteland might get me, but I'll put the plains back. Or I think it makes sense to keep Godless Shrine there. Nope, there's Once Upon a Time. And I'm going to lead on probably Figure of Destiny against a blue-green deck that's probably not killing my stuff anyways. Oh, okay. Fast spawn turn 1 is dangerous. All right. Turn 1 Figure. Turn 2 Mother of Runes plus Animate Figure or Exercise. I don't know. I mean, there's a chance I want to play Mother of Runes if I'm casting an Exercise on 2, but we'll see. Natural Order. Geez, hitting a Troxo when you've got Fast Bond already in play isn't going to be easy. Okay. So he gets Zuranorb, Pest Infestation, or probably Time Twister. Zuranorb, Time Twister, Halfling, 1 land. It kind of depends on how many lands he has in hand, but I think I'm pretty dead. Because, let's see. He has Strip Mine in hand. And he got Pest Infestation, Gaia's Cradle, Zuranorb, Titania. Okay, we're super dead here. This isn't even close. I mean, getting to strip mine me in the next turn, he's going to strip mine me again. All right, well, I got turn 2 there, so that was cool. Let's just fire it off, I guess. I don't know. You know, actually, I'm going to take out Pre-War Formula and put in Shieldred. I think I'm not always going to be able to cast it. I guess maybe I'll take out a Plains for another Swamp. I feel like I can afford that. But Shieldred against Time Twister is really nice, and against a blue-green deck that can't kill Shieldred, it seems reasonable. I just hope I don't get turn 2 Natural Order, I guess. Not a whole lot I can do about that. All right, I'm on the play. Don't like this matchup. The Pre-War Former wouldn't have been much better. So this is turn 2 Felia. I have Council's Judgment, and I'm pretty far away from casting either of these, though. If I draw 1 black, I have Simian Spirit Guide into cast Defiler. I think I'm going to mulligan. I don't know. Okay, I like this hand quite a bit better. I guess I just put back the Shieldred now, and I go turn 1 Ocelot Pride, turn 2 Bat. Yeah, all right. I could put back Mother of Runes, but I kind of feel like Mother of Runes is good. And I'm pretty far away from casting Shieldred, so I think I'll do this. Salvado also mold to 6. All right. Please no Delighted Halfling on turn 1. That would be so annoying. Because no other 1-drop can block Pride. No other Mana Dork, that is. Okay. Oof. And we have the Deep Cavern Bat on 2. If we can ride these 2 to victory, you know, we got something going here. And drawing a white source would be nice. I'm going to choose to believe this is the Swamp I put in over a Plains. I think that is a much nicer story to tell myself here. Let's draw. Perfect. Deep Cavern Bat. What you got? Zuranorb, Crucible World 6. Oh, Enlightened Tutor, so you can get Fast Bond. This is interesting. You can't cast a turn 2 Fast Bond. I think it's got to be Crucible I take here, because I guess I could take Zuranorb, but Zuranorb doesn't really do that much otherwise, and I don't have an answer for 6 yet, but all right. I could take Enlightened Tutor, but as to skip a draw to Enlightened Tutor, I think I just take the Crucible. Hit for 1, make a token. Next turn. Salvado doesn't really have a good turn 2 play here. Prismatic Vista, maybe plays Zuranorb, maybe not. I mean, you probably don't want to play it. Like, it's balancing discard versus Skyclave Apparition here. Glimmer Lens. Oh, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'll have enough to just do it all. All right. That works nicely. Let's hit for 3. And then go Mother of Runes. and Glimmer Lens. And I'm going to have exactly enough permanence to hit City's Blessing here, which is pretty awesome. I mean, I guess you could Besage you something, but that doesn't change that. You could Mystical or Enlighten for something, but I don't know what at this point you would go for. You can play 6. I can Flicker Wisp the 6, or just use Mother of Runes, actually. And I'm not sure. I could always Flicker Wisp the Bat to reset it as well, but I don't think I want to do that. Okay. And what are we firing off Enlightened Tutor for if we're casting it? I guess we'll find out, huh? I don't really have a good sense. I mean, it could be Fast Bond, but that wouldn't really do anything, is the problem. Like, getting a Fast Bond here, it doesn't let you actually play anything extra. I guess he has one unknown card. He could have a land in hand, in which case he goes Fast Bond, land 6, Zern Orb, no cards in hand, and the Fast Bond doesn't do anything else. Hoping to find an answer to Bat, maybe. Portable Holes in Broccoli Rob's deck. Oh, he's got the One Ring. Okay, he can't play it this turn, so unless he's got like City of Traders or Ancient Tomb. But I guess he wanted to, he played the Besage. He's played 6. So his hand is One Ring, Zern, or One Ring, and presumably a land. Seasoned Dungeoneer, huh? Well, he's used the Enlightened Tutor now, so I could actually Flicker that. Let's draw a card off of the Glimmer Lens first, I think. I'm going to attack with everything. But not Mother of Runes. Draw a card. So, Helliner Scarlet is also potentially pretty nice. Okay. Pro green here. Okay, so yeah, let's go Flicker Wisp. And Flicker the Bat. And then let this happen. He's in his Crucible World Strip Mine and the One Ring. And now I just take the One Ring. And hope he doesn't draw Fast Bond or hit Fast Bond off of 6. The problem is, if I let him play the One Ring, he just buys, he sees so many cards. He attacks with 6, mills 3. Oh, it actually doesn't even work because I'm just going to block 6 down with Flicker Wisp plus Cat Token. So even if he mills Fast Bond here, it doesn't necessarily do anything. If he has drawn Fast Bond, that's a different story. But I just have to hope he's got his one draw step doesn't include a Fast Bond. Whew. We escaped nicely out of that one. Wow. Alrighty. Time to battle Falconi here on red-black with some loot reaction. I'm on the play with a turn 2 Glimmer Lens into maybe Flicker Wisp. All right, I'll keep this. Double Swamp, not not ideal in this scenario, but Glimmer Lens into, if I draw Plains, Flicker Wisp on the Glimmer Lens into Pre-War Form War on the Flicker Wisp. We could get some action going here pretty nicely, actually. Pass the turn to Falcon here. Raucous Theater. All right. Gonna get some surveilling in. Hopefully not a big thing to reanimate. Falconi does have that. But I guess not, since that would have probably been a fast decision. All right, well, let's crack this. Let's get the Plains. And yeah, Plains are a good draw. Spells are good draws too, because I got plenty of lands otherwise. Mountain. Mountain was not a good draw. All right, I think that's the only non-Plains land in my deck at this point. Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt would also be not ideal. I guess a tap land too. Okay, Generous Plunder. Pretty good one. All right, Plains, nice. Let's attack. Obviously free to do that. All right, now I just want to draw no land the rest of the game. I already didn't want to draw the mountain, you see. All right, Flicker Wisp. Flicker the Glimmer Lens here and pass the turn. It'd be nice to get another creature in my graveyard, though I guess maybe I'll be casting the Spirit Guide for when I Pre-War Formal wear the Flicker Wisp, but it doesn't have to be this instant, of course. Falconi, of course, gives me a treasure. Can whack me for 4 here. I have a pretty good squad on the way back. Chaos Defiler, that'd be a nice one. And, well, it's kind of going to depend on what Falconi plays here. All right, in comes the Generous Plunderer. I don't think I want to block, because I want to attack and draw a card off Glimmer Lens, and I'm winning the race here, even if I took 4 off Plunderer this turn. Decent chance Falconi is going to want to kill some of my stuff anyways. I mean, the double block there can't really go too wrong because a removal spell doesn't do anything, but I still think I'm better off just trying to attack back for more. No plays, including a land. No land. All right, well, let's try to attack here and see if I can get some value. Fatal Push the Rebel token. Okay, in that case, do I want to change my mind here? I think I just attack. I'm going to play Simian Spirit Guide this turn. The question is, do I want to like leave some blockers back for that thing? Maybe now I do, that there's a Fatal Push and Falconi didn't play a land, so getting the Plunder off the board is nice. Because it could also make pre-war Formalware a little better. Yeah, let's actually hit for 2 here. It's a weird play to be sure, but I think it makes sense given the context. Oops. It's cast Mountain. Cast Spirit Guide. I don't want to use up a treasure. No, I'll use up a treasure to equip Glimmer Lens here, just so I take 1 less damage too. Pass the turn, and I guess I'm ready to tangle with that Plunderer. The option now is open. Does Falconi have an end of turn play? Obviously, there's a lot of cards that could be cast off those 2 mana. Ooh, Vamp Tutor using a treasure. Uh-oh, okay. This is scary. Of course, treasures are being created. So Falconi is not drawing a land this turn. We know that. Seasoned Pyro. Okay. Making 2 tokens for sure, because Falconi has no lands in hand. Archon and Liliana are the draw. Or the discards, rather. And does Falconi draw a land? I guess we don't know. Well, keeping back Flickerous worked out fine here because... Oh, never mind. He's attacking. All right, well, I'm going to block. And I think it's just going to kill the Flicker Wisp, and then I'm going to attack with both. Oh, he killed the Simian Spirit Guide. I guess he's scared of literally pre-war Formalware? Huh. Well, I'm going to attack and get my card. All right, I need to draw not a land, please. Well, that is not a land. Okay, double block. Take some damage. Planes. Let's play Seasoned Dungeoneer. Just go and get another Planes, because that's actually all I have left in my deck. And I don't think I equipped Glimmer Lens, because I feel like if both of these creatures are attacking next turn, then I'm in great shape. So I don't really need to optimize for that world. Enemy Dead the Archon. All right. All right. Sack Flicker Wisp. Discard. I guess a Plains. Beating Archon is not going to be easy. Let's see what I can draw. Council's Judgment, anyone? Let's see. If I forge, this goes up to a 5. I attack for maybe 6, put you down to, let's say 6, put you down to 8. You go up to 11. I could technically try to win with damage that way. I think I go for it because I can make some chump blockers as well, because I'm going to get to a pre-war Formalware there. All right, that doesn't change anything this instant, but actually has a pretty good card to play here. Really nice to hit a spell here. Council's Judgment. Oh, I will not put that in my graveyard. Okay, so that's actually a new new plan. Now that I know Council's Judgment is on top, so let's see. I could cycle Raugrin Triumph and just play Council's Judgment. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Seems like getting the Archon out of here is pretty nice. And next turn I can make these plays. Let's get Archon out. Okay. Falconi is going to get to take the initiative here and play a land, and maybe has a way to kill this Seasoned Engineer. But then I go pre-war, form war, get back Flicker Wisp, flicker to form war, get back Simian Spirit Guide, draw a card off Enduring Innocence, and maybe that gets me somewhere. Okay, well, drew a land anyway, so no initiative needed. Well, that's a close game. All right, Bone Shards, discarding Name Sticker. Yeah, you got it. Can't reanimate. Well, the Archon's dead. You can reanimate my Seasoned Engineer, yeah. Goes to 4. Okay, interesting. So I actually think Falconi wanted to attack, take the initiative, and then do that, take the initiative again. But this plays, oh, Felia? Huh. I guess I'm skipping on Endurance. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to go pre-war formal where get back Flicker Wisp and flicker to Dungeoneer now is what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to win. All right, let's get back Flicker Wisp. I guess Flicker Wisp the Seasoned Dungeoneer. And then I just go to trap there, and then that's it. And then pass the turn because I've with Felia up here. Yeah, that's one way to do it. we take those. And take the initiative, and it actually was a trap at the end of the day. And, you know, aided in large part by Falconi not playing a third land until turn 6. What a weird game, but we take those, and trap does the trick. Seasoned Engineer, quite the card. Quite the card indeed. All right, up a game here. Yeah, once again, I think Exercise is probably decent. I kind of, oh my god, with the zoom. I kind of like the Thraben, so I don't really want to take that out. I think Loran, well, Loran kills Animate Dead, which is pretty nice. Other than that, not great. I mean, Winds of Abandon, yeah, these all kill like Archons that come into play. Thraben is just good against Liliana and Archon like sacrifice effects. Maybe I do take out Loran. I don't know. I've got a couple of ways to remove things. Animate Dead when it hits the board is going to be pretty good. Loraning it afterwards is not quite as exciting. Exercise has a lot more targets, so I think that's going to be better on the draw here. Oh, this is a nice draw. I think against red-black, I kind of feel like I just lead with Mother of Runes. We're not going to get too much information. I guess if Falconi plays a 1-drop, that definitely does change things, but Falconi is mulliganing. Swamp go. Simian Spirit Guide does not quite help us play anything. Let's just lead on Mother of Runes. I mean, if he's got Fatal Push, he's going to kill it either way. But the problem is if I lead on Ocelot Pride and he plays like Generous Plunder, I just can't even attack. So I think this will be fine. Well, here I can go Ocelot Pride and then Simian Spirit Guide out Felia end of turn. Ooh, unmarked grave. Get an Archon into the graveyard. All right. That's scary. That sure is. Lingering Souls. All right. Pride into Felia. I don't have an untapped land to play Lingering Souls on 3, but it would be nice. Gonna reanimate here. Yeah. I guess I will sack the Ocelot Pride. Is that right? I think I'd rather have Felia in play. I mean, it's pretty bad either way. And Then I guess I'll discard Lingering Souls. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to beat a turn 3 Archon unless I draw... Oh, wow, I can't even draw Council's Judgment if I play Felia here. Because I won't have an untapped land. I guess I probably just don't even play the Felia. And then hope to just draw Council's Judgment here. Plains. Play Savai Triumph and pass the turn. I don't think I'm going to win this game, obviously. Archon attacking usually doesn't bode too well for your chances. I have Exercise as well I can draw. And discard Plains. Go to 6. If Falcon has any follow-up, I lose, but also if they don't. So it's going to be a problem. Lutri in hand, sure. Felia. Draw. Nope. All right. Go into game 3 here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a card in my deck that can stop that. On the play, at least I can Deep Cavern Bat, maybe. All right. Time for game 3. And once again, playing against a combo deck, doing more powerful stuff than I am, and hoping for Deep Cavern Bat. That's why I selected that card quite early. On the play here, Falcon revealing a Lutri Companion, I'm going to guess. And I guess I'm just hoping for the hand ahead against Salvado. Turn 1, Ocelot Pride. Turn 2, Deep Cavern Bat. And kind of go from there. Can I interest you in Thraben into Crack a Clue? Yeah, against Red-Black, I think I keep this. Like, look, I'm not really beating a turn 2 Archon. This hand, at least, especially if I draw Simian Spirit Guide, could play like a turn 4 or 5 Chaos Defiler. And Lingering Souls and Thraben are some action against removal spells. Like, this hand lines up very nicely against Fatal Push. If Falcon mulls, maybe looking for a Fatal Push or Chain Lightning Opener, and I go Thraben Inspector into Crack Clue into Lingering Souls, those removal spells don't do a whole lot. So we'll see where we end up here. All right, Falcon Eye on 6, me on Thraben Inspector. Let's go. Well, I'm glad I have Thraben Inspector instead of Loran. Those are the 2 cards I was debating taking out, so that worked out pretty nicely. Land, send for 1 and pass the turn. Plains was not a good draw. I'm really hoping to draw Blood Crypt, maybe? All right, Crack a Clue. Skyclave and Dungeoneer. Okay, well, didn't get hit by Unmarked Grave, so that's nice. And then Skyclave's pretty decent. Lingering Souls is nice, and then I can go Dungeoneer and go get my Mountain. Lelia. All right. Exile Archon. It's the card I'm most scared of. So here I could Dungeoneer. Ooh. Let's see. What do I want to do? I kind of want a Skyclave Giver. That seems like it's a pretty nice little sequence because it basically is the least risky. Because if I play Dungeoneer and then Falcon, I kill the Dungeoneer and attacks with Lelia, it's just not great for me. And gets an extra card off Lelia. Like, this just puts more on the board and there's no real big downside risk. Like a Deluge or something would be annoying. Pyromancer, don't discard Archon. Ugh, okay. Please don't go Swamp Reanimate. All right, so at least we're going to get a turn here where we get to go, because we're going to play Dungeoneer. Oh, or I could do otherwise. Let's see. Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. So I can't trigger that on anything but Giver of Runes. I do think I want to get the Dungeoneer into play. So let's go. I think I'm going to go for max damage. I think I'm going to attack with Skyclave. Discard Alpha Deathclaw as well. All right. Because I'll just use Giver here if that block happens. I'm going to play Dungeoneer, and if that one dies, then that's fine too. Ooh, Chumpin'. Okay. Does Falcon have a removal spell in hand? Because if you do, blocking makes a lot of sense, because the Giver is going to be kind of offline for a turn. If this was Mother of Runes, I'm not as likely to make this play, because Mother of Runes can protect itself, but oh, we got paid off. Let's go Seasoned Engineer. My hand is just two bangers here, so I'll get the Mountain even though I don't really need the red now that I've done Arid Mesa. Pass the turn. I mean, Pyrogoyf plus Chaos Defilers is pretty meaty. I think I can beat a Reanimated Archon here, especially if it's not, well, I was going to say if it's Animate Dead, but that's fine. We'll go Animate, or it's Reanimate, because that costs a lot of life. I'll sacrifice a 3-bit Inspector, and I think I just discard the Mountain here. And next turn, I've got Chaos Defiler. I mean, the Pyrogoyf doesn't do too much. I would assume no attacks here, because I can just block. All right, crack this, go to 13. I'll get Savai Triumph. Let's draw. I'm definitely going Forge here on Dungeoneer. Oh, Headliner Scarlet? 5, 9, 12 damage. It's not quite enough. Let's take the safe route. Chaos Defiler. And blow up Archon. And then my goal is to deal enough damage by attacking that I that I can beat Archon getting reanimated again. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll put Enduring Innocence in my graveyard. We're not doing that. I was hoping just to hit a land here, but I mean, this is also pretty good. All right, so Falconi has to have an end of turn play that's good. Fatal Push the Giver. Okay. Did have the Fatal Push, as it turns out. I mean, Reanimating Archon still doesn't really do it against this board. Could kill the Seasoned Engineer, or not. And there we go. 2-0. You'll love to see it. All right, time for round 3. Playing against Mack here, who's on Naya mid-range. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep this hand. I think I just go Plains Figure on turn 1. I haven't actually Skull Clamped at all this draft, so I wouldn't mind seeing that pop up. And then we'll see what happens on turn 2. It could be just clamp the figure, attack. We'll see. Lauren. Yeah, let's just clamp up the figure, I think. And then plan on Skyclaving on turn 3. Okay. Ooh, pre-war formalware, not bad. Let's see what this 3-drop is on next turn. The man, the myth, the legend, the Ursine Monstrosity. Yes, I'll pay the life. I guess I'm going to Skyclave, and I think I should just hit the Monstrosity. I think hitting the Noble is nice, but it's a little bit too risky. Obviously, if Mack has a 4-drop here, it could be pretty rough, but that thing the Monstrosity just attacks for so much damage. Okay. It's got the Crater Maker. You can kill a variety of things, I guess. Skyclave or Skull Clamp, indeed. Might just pre-war formalware. Let's attack with the Skyclave. Like, either way, he's going to get to decide if he wants to kill it. He'll get a 3/3 out of it if he wants. All right. Just going to trade here. No, he's killing the Skull Clamp. All right, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. And let's go pre-war formalware. I think it's better just to use my mana here, play Ragran Triumph and pass. And the figure hits for a pretty good amount of damage. And then next turn I can play like Giver, Inspector, Crack a Clue, or maybe Lauren, and set up for a Winds of Abandon here on like turn 6 or 7. Asika's Chariot. Well, that's a good one to Lauren, I guess. And then play Mother of Runes. And I could attack with the figure, because if I level it up, it kills both his cats. I'm okay with that, I think. All right, takes it. And then I play Mother of Runes. And then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and I've got some more plays to make. I mean, it's a pretty gassy hand. Like, I haven't missed a land drop yet, did I? Oh, I guess I did miss a land drop this turn. But, yeah, I feel like I've been kind of firing on all cylinders here. Mox. Scoldsman's gone. He's got Fourth Earlingus. He's got Caves of Chaos Adventurer. So he's got some good action. He had the sword for the Mother of Rune. And a 2/2 Territorial Kavu. And a bird. That's his last card. All right, we're in really good shape then. If I make this a 4/4, it's basically a 6/6. So, and I'm actually fine trading Loran off. I'm not going to attack with Skyclave because that just doesn't really make sense. Attack with my Vigilance Squad. And I think I just... Oh, that's fine. I think I just say okay here. Thraben. Crack a clue because I haven't played a land yet. I couldn't have done this before combat because I really wanted to be able to pump figure. And then Pyroglyph is a 3/4. All right. I mean, my hand is just such gas that Mack's going to have to draw pretty well to get out of this. I'm just ahead on board, and my hand is like 3 pretty good spells. Pick your poison, kill the pre-war Formalware. Yeah, that's about the best you can do with that. And do you want to attack for 1 with the birds? Do you want to... Nope. Oh, Enduring Innocence. Yeah, not the time for that exactly, but let's lead on... Yeah, let's lead on Pyroglyph. I'm going to kill the Territorial Kavu here. And then attack with Skyclave, I think. I don't really think it's worth attacking with both the 1/1s and then protecting one. With Giver, I think I'd rather just hit for 2 and pass the turn. Mack goes to 11, so... And again, I just drew another spell. So I guess we've drawn basically the same amount of lands this game, but my spells I've just gotten some good exchanges, like Pre-War Formalware or Loran or both. Well, Loran blew up a chariot. Ooh, what did he draw? Is this the Fourth Earlingus? Oh, Thari. All right, that's fine. That's probably one of the better draws in his deck, and I still have it covered, so... Because I can eat the Rebel token. Take 4. Okay. Let's see, is there a sorcery in the graveyard? There is. Already pick your poison. All right, so let's go attack with these. I'm going to pump figure, I think. And then cast Council's Judgment on Othari and kind of move on with my day. Chumpin'. All right. I guess I actually should have technically tapped the mountain for that. Because then I could have a Raugrin Triumph untapped here, but it doesn't actually matter. Pass the turn, and Mack is pretty close to dead here. All right. Game 2. Ghostfire Slice. Pretty nice answer to Othari and Territorial Kavu. I don't mind that. Loran kills Mox and Sika's Chariot. Yeah, I think that's not amazing. It's okay, but it's not fantastic. All right, I think I'm in for this. On the draw here, where my deck is the weakest. Well, I mean, every deck is, but this deck doesn't have like a lot of catch-up mechanisms. It has the Solitude that I haven't cast yet, and it has the Simian Spirit Guide. And I guess it just has a lot of 1-drops. It's kind of the plan. All right, yeah, like, oh, look at this hand. This hand could work out such that I go, I'm going to assume he doesn't have swords. Oh, Mountain again. That I could turn 2 Enduring Innocence off Simian Spirit Guide. But he's going to plow it, and I didn't draw Mountain, so yeah. Ooh, uh-oh. This could be bad. Rabblemaster. Do I want to Solitude that? The problem is if I Solitude that, my hand is just so bad. But if I don't, what am I going to do? Draw. If I miss, I'm just taking 1,000,000 damage. All right. Yeah, swords is better here, I'll tell you that much. Well, I did miss, so let's get a plains and pass the turn. We hard casting the Simian Spirit Guide next turn is what's happening. Oh, Johnny. That's a good one. Oh, well, no, never mind. We're not hard casting Simian Spirit Guide. Not quite yet. Just going to kill that. I think it's better just to kill the Ajani, like, rather than run into some sort of sacrifice issue. All right. Take it. Well, let's get in there. Simian Spirit Guide. Giver of Runes. Hit for 2. Yeah, turn 1 Plow, turn 2 Rabble Master, turn 3 Ajani, turn 4 Goldspan. It's a pretty nice little sequence. Let's just trade here. Even though I have a Giver, I still think that's fine. I just have to hope Mack doesn't have anything to cast off his copious amounts of mana. No, he had some stuff. All right. Night Scythe also? Lauren? Maybe Exercise. He's got some bigger creatures. It's just not that good of value. I kind of like where I'm at, actually. Killing Night Scythe or Isika's Chariot with Lauren, it's not like that's amazing. It's just okay. All right, on the play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a keep. I'll play Rogran Triumph, pass the turn. It's not amazing, but Lingering Souls I think is pretty good in the matchup. Oh man, come on. Thraben? Nope. All right, pass the turn. Well, Lingering Souls can at least blank Ragavan after this turn, so let's hope he doesn't hit anything too good. Or if he hits a good creature, I can Flicker Wisp it. That'd be nice. What did he hit? He hit my Thraben Inspector. Come on. No justice. Bristly Bill. I see. And then into Thraben, yeah. I'm just going to pass here, and I'm going to Ghostfire Slice the Ragavan. The problem is if I play Lingering Souls, Bristly Veil just makes it so that doesn't really work. Oh, man, I needed to hit that Thraben Inspector for myself so much more. Let's let him attack first. It's a Ghostfire Slice Ragavan. Okay, I take some damage. I mean, I have Council's Judgment for Bristly Bill. He's up so many cards off this Ragavan. It's pretty brutal. Post-combat. I see. Let's Lingering Souls. Giver of Runes. Pass the turn here. I could have Council's Judgmented the Bristly Bill, but I think I'm okay with one more turn of that. Generous End. The problem is I just got way too far behind. The whole Ragavan exchange was horrendous for me. I spent 3 mana to kill Ragavan that generated a treasure and a Thraben Inspector. And it was a 1 mana play. It is just really, really bad for me. Now I can Council's Judgment and pre-war Formalware. I mean, I guess it would have worked better to Council's Judgment last turn. I would still be pretty boned. Let's just chump and then take 1,000,000 damage. Okay, Figure of Destiny. Let's get Plains again. I'm definitely flashing back Lingering Souls. Council's Judgment. I guess I will Council's Judgment the Bristly Bill now. Maybe I should have done this last turn. I don't know. Okay, so now I can triple block the Rabble Master. I mean, Mack has 5 cards in hand. I just think I'm dead here. He's going to play Othari or Goldspan. Oh. I mean, Pick Your Poison is not the strongest thing in the world. Obviously, still pretty dead, but could be a little worse, I think. I don't know. I thought he was going to play one of his 5 mana haste creatures, but if he just has another follow-up here, then I'm really just not going to win, I don't think. Jeez, Elder Gargaroth. All right. I lost the deck where I think I have the best matchup of the three. So I beat my two bad matchups, and I'm not even calling this a good matchup, but Fair Naya is a lot better for me than like Reanimator and the like lands combo. But, you know, so it goes. A little 2-1, never hurt. And we're in decent shape this draft. Yeah, I mean, for not ever seeing anything busted, this deck was totally fine. Had a lot of great white cards. Had Mother of Runes, Ocelot Pride, Giver of Runes is pretty good. Felia's great. Dungeoneer, Solitude, which showed up in the last game, or second to last game, I guess. Formlore was actually surprisingly good. Same with Enduring Innocence and Flicker Wisp. So had a lot of good stuff. Pretty good mana. And then Splashing Deep Cavern Bat, Pyroglyph, Scarlet Chaos Defiler. It all worked out totally fine. So that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out, and you know, not the worst result, even if we did lose to Mack, which no one likes that. I'll be back with another draft. I'll see you there tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.